Bloody hell. I have to get a thing sorted out. To a live review. Wow. That's different, isn't it? It looks like it's laggy though. But hey, we'll have to sort that one out. Hopefully my new phone will be better. Maybe it's the clouds above. I don't know. So tonight I'm going to be reviewing Cola. No, it's not Cola. Wilko's Cabernet Sauvignon red wine. So I'll use a clean glass. St. Peter's Brewery. It doesn't matter whose brewery it's from, as long as it's clean. So yeah, hopefully this doesn't turn out to be too laggy. But yeah, it's good to see everybody out there. I was going to pour a pint, but I ain't got a clean pint glass here. So it's pissing down outside. I got fucking wet this morning, and it's chucking it there. The minute I said I'm going to paint the new hot tub room, it pissed it down. So yeah, cheers. Anyway, so nice red pour and Cabernet Sauvignon. Now the thing is with these Wilkos, with any homebrew, you know, giving it time to mature is the thing. You know, the longer they mature, the better they are. And like me, don't ramp up the bloody sugar. You know, I'm a shitbag for ramping up the sugar. Only because I'm a twat who wants to drink stronger beers and the wines. But yeah, follow the instructions. So it's been about, I would say about 3 months now since I actually, what's the name this? Since I brewed this. And fucking rain. Can't stand, I mean, I like the rain because I'm a gardener. And we need the rain. But, so, good red tinge to it. On the nose. Yeah, there's a hint of berries on the nose. It's not a lot. Now, out the Merlot and this was the more, shall we say, raw. The Merlot was more smooth, spicy, tannins. So we'll see how this one pans out now. Ooh. So, good fruit in the flavour. I haven't enabled chat for this one because this is just a test. I've come down the beer room and I thought, well, we'll do a live review, see how it goes. Because obviously, if I want to review the bad boy over there, I need to know that they're not as laggy as hell. I've turned my Wi-Fi off, so I'm on 4G. And you think 4G there'd be no lag. This is an older Samsung phone though, so when I switch to my new Samsung phone, it should be better. Should. Who knows, eh? Who knows in life? But anyway, it's great. This isn't it. I bet my son's out the ass because I made him subscribe. So I bet he sat there and said, Dad's doing a rhyme with you, Mum. And yeah, he'd be taking the piss out of me. Yeah, such is life. So yeah, straight away, I need to do something and bring out a level so I can sit down because I'm actually stood up at the moment. Yeah, I know I'm not tall, but and actually do the rhyme review that way. So good strength to this wine. Wasn't supposed to be raining tonight. I thought get the hot tub room sorted. The lights are on in there. It's all getting exciting there. It's took me about 6 fucking days to do it, but you can understand why hot tub rooms cost a lot of money, because to build, they cost a fortune to build. And the amount of labour that goes into it, but hey ho, it's done there. I've got decking to sort out there, and that. So this makes a change, doesn't it? In the early days of the channel, before YouTube put this 1,000 subscribers thing on, I had about 30 subscribers, and I was doing reviews of them, live reviews, with my Samsung Edge phone, and that was a good phone. That was, the quality on that was decent. Then I tried webcams, and it was so laggy. It was like going, and 5 minutes later you actually get in the me talking. So if anybody's watching this and comments, please tell me how laggy or not laggy it is. Is it watchable? You know, because it does make a difference. It's going to be a struggle if it is laggy, because obviously it may just be the weather above, the clouds You'd think not in this day and age, wouldn't you? We are in 2020. Then again, 2020. Oh yeah, fucking hell. If you'd last November, if you'd have turned around, someone had turned around to you and says, "Yep, there's going to be a pandemic next year. You're going to be wearing face masks. You're going to get locked down for 6 months. You're not going to go abroad, and all the other things," you'd say, "Fuck off! You're talking shit, mate." And it's a funny old year, isn't it? It really is a funny old year, and there's no end in sight. I mean, to those who are lucky, who've had no issues, not died or anything like that, not got no illnesses, and they've been furloughed all this time, and then still got their job, it must be brilliant, because you imagine you've been off work for 6 months, you've got all your holidays intact, and then today they're on about paying you, you know, carrying on it for another 6 months, and you're like, okay, now. So I've been off a year, and I'm getting paid for it. And if you can afford not to get all that money, I think it's gone down to 2/3 now from 80%. Wow, it must be brilliant, you know. I mean, I was only lucky enough to have 5 weeks and a day and a half a week, and that was amazing. You know, my anxiety went down to nil for them 5 weeks. Then I went back and it went through the roof. But that's the old me, you know, the old workplace. New workplace much better, apart from the shit weather, but you can't. The weather's nothing you can do about it. You know, we do need the rain. We've had it too dry, too long. But it'd be nice if it came at night instead of in the day, wouldn't it? So, I've got to say, it's made a nice fruity Cabernet Sauvignon. I mean, it's only costing £2 a bottle to make, plus your time. But time's, you know, it's inconsequential, isn't it? I've just spilt some down me as well. But yeah, £2 a bottle. And for those of us on a budget, brewing your own, getting decent beer at a cheap price, decent wine, you know, it's got to be the thing, hasn't it? You know, if you are on a budget, doing juice wines, doing homebrew kits, it's definitely the way forward. Even if you have a bad experience the first time you brew a homebrew kit, you know, following in the instructions to the letter do help. I mean, I don't follow the instructions because I've done a lot of brews, but especially if you are new to homebrewing, follow them instructions. But saying that, I had a friend at not my last job, the job before, and the first day he got into homebrew, and he's bought Wilko's kits. Now they're good core kits, they are. These they're beer kits. So you got the IPA, you got the stout, you got the Corona type kits. There's several kits, and he was adding lime cordial. So you boil the lime cordial to get rid of any of the enzymes that kill off the brew, and you add that to the kit at the end, and it makes like a Corona with lime built in, and he did a really good job of that. And it just goes to show you the world of homebrew is so interesting. And let's be fair, who doesn't like to get drunk for cheap? Really liking the fruitiness on this. Oh, fucking rain. Jesus me. So, it is weird talking to the phone again, and that's why I've turned the comments off for this one, just to get myself back into it, because it is weird. But uploading, it cuts out a lot of the hassle with doing videos. You know, I don't edit any videos anyway. I can't be arsed with it. You know, what comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. It's as simple as that. And those that know me know that I'm a good person, even if I do drop the odd bollock out, you know, say the odd wrong thing. I need to unsubscribe my son from watching these. I don't want him sitting there watching his dad. Yeah, it's just freaky, you know. Don't like it. So, this weekend, we're going to do some live beer reviews of some of the stuff on this back wall. I've got a bit of a selection to choose from, as you know. I'm well over 400 different beers, lagers, wines and spirits. It's a frightening amount. And the money's worth there is frightening. I mean, especially, Brewmeister alone was 40 quid. 40 bloody quid for the effort. But then you look at what Brewdog were charging and you think to yourself, that's cheap compared to Brewdog. I mean, when you think it's 67%, it's 330 mils, it is pricey. But then Brewdog have got that new 57.9%, I think it was anyway. And it's like 29 quid. And you thought, well, 29 quid's not bad for a full-size bottle. And then you look at the mLs, millilitres, and it's 40 mils. So it's basically a little bit more than that for 29 quid. And it's not even the world's strongest. And when you think about the world's strongest, this fella here, that's 67.5%. Trading Standards actually did a check on it. That must be a fantastic job, checking on the ABVs of beers and wines. Hey, fucking hell, sign me up. Hey, I'd do that all day long. I won't be spitting those shit out either. But yeah, so they tested this, and where it says it's 67.5, they tested it, and it came out at 68%. So Brewdog have got some answering to do for being a bit greedy on the old what they sell. But then again, if people buy it, I suppose they're going to do that, aren't they? You know, they're going to make the money. And I suppose in this day and age, you can't fault anybody for making money if you can, as long as you're not robbing the populace. I mean, let's hope there's not another lockdown, because you imagine another lockdown and the toilet roll's getting hammered again. Fucking hell, hey? Then again, in the old days, we used to use magazines, newspaper. I can remember at the Arboretum, we used to have this, like, in our toilets, the public toilets, we used to have this grease paper. It was grease paper. And I think they only did it so it was so rough when you rub your arse that no one ever went to the toilet. I'm sure that was the reason. It took layers off. You get to the toilet and there's all of a sudden you can't walk for 20 minutes because your skin's, you know, going off. Oh, yes, they were the days. But anyway, back to the wine. And it really is. It's really matured into a nice, fruity red wine with good strength. I'm feeling it. You know, it's only my second drink of the night. I'm doing well. It's what time is it? Nearly 7 o'clock, is it? I don't know because I can't see the fucking the screen is blocking the time, so I can't see what time it is. I know it's raining. It's about all I know. But yeah, so for this little test review, and it looks like, from what I can see in front of me, it looks like it's not lagging too much. At the start, it seemed to lag the review. So I do apologise out there, and I do apologise for turning the chat off. I turned it off because just because it's an experiment, and I didn't want to interact too much at this particular time. But we will do in a few days. But yeah, so going down a tree. Friday tomorrow. Oh, let's hope it's not raining, because to be honest, I've had 2 days of rain, and it makes you miserable for the day. It's no fun getting soaked. I love gardening, but I hate getting wet. It just pisses you off. So, while we're talking, Asda. I went to Asda the other day, did a beer haul, and their range, they've updated a few bits on the beers section. There was some new stuff. There was a new 10-pack, I think it's from Kirkstall Brewery. Mahou was on there. I actually bought that, because that's a nice beer, that's a nice lager beer to review. But overall, their range has not changed whatsoever. Went to Tesco's last weekend, and even though companies, breweries around the UK were saying, oh, our beers are at Tesco's. My Tesco in Top Valley, where I normally go to, Top Valley, Nottingham, that is, half the beers that I'd seen advertised were not there. And yet Morrison's again, the winners, the best supermarket, the big supermarkets for craft beers. You know, I went when my brother phoning me on the review. Hey, how bad's that? Ignorant bleeder. But anyway, yeah, I went to Blackpool. I wonder if that's. Did anybody hear Avengers Endgame then? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Avengers Endgame is my tune for my phone. So if anybody did, please tell me if you did. That's hilarious. But anyway, yeah, I went to Blackpool and went to the local Morrison's, picked up 45 quid's worth of new beers. And I only went with 40 quid. 40 quid budgeted for new beers. And yeah, fantastic bit of some quality beers. Northern Monk have got such... Their standing in supermarkets has gone up massively. Obviously, to the... You know, someone like me, I look at supermarkets and see what's out there. So, you know, being an ex-supermarket worker, and, you know, Northern Monk, since they came to Morrison's last year in their beer festival in October, November time, since then, their standing nationally has gone up massively, and some quality beers, I might add. I'm also looking forward to doing an Ocado and a Waitrose order before Christmas, just to see what new stock they've got. I'm hoping that Fuller's and Friends have brought out a 2020 edition. If you've never had that, it's a 6-pack of Fuller's and collaborations with breweries around the world. And the 2 years that I've reviewed those, the beers have been absolutely unbelievable. Every single beer was a quality beer, and you can't fault that, you know. Quality does count, not only in work, but in beer. And I'm hoping that there is a Fuller's and Friends 2020. I really ought to message Fuller's, didn't I, and ask them. Hey, it'd be nice if they gave me a few freebies, but I might as well talk to the wall. But anyway, here's the wine. This is what we're actually reviewing, even though I'm talking shit about everything else. So one of these days we'll do a virtual pub thing, where I'll just crack open a few beers that I've already reviewed. I bought some the other night actually from Asda. King Goblin, Foreign Extra Stout from Guinness, Old Tom, and Bass trademark. And the fact, even though I've already reviewed them, but I think they'll come in handy for one of these like virtual pub things where we just sit down and talk shit all night. And I've got the chats enabled, which I do apologise, you know, for not having the chat enabled. But it's more of an experiment tonight than anything else. And I'm definitely going to have another one of these after the camera's gone, you know. Anyway, they're in the house cooking their chicken. I shall be cooking my ribeye steak. And nice steak, a couple of cobs. Cook it nicely, get it to medium rare probably. And then slice it in half. See if there's any mushrooms, cook some mushrooms as well. And we've got some cobs, have it in between 2 cobs. Oh, now I haven't got no blue cheese. If I had some blue cheese, bit of Stilton, oh dear. Stilton on top, Stilton ribeye burgers, oh dear. Hey, there's some things in life, a good beer and a decent steak with Stilton, oh dear. Hey, and to be honest, second drink of the night and I'm feeling tanked. Flipping heck, it's proper gone to my head. I think it's standing up that's doing it, because it's killing me standing up. But for those who've watched for a while, you know, I'd like to thank everyone, truthfully, you know, for all those kind comments when I was in a very dark place. You know, mental health is such a serious issue. You imagine around the UK the amount of people who worry, and the people who've lost jobs, losing jobs. People aren't silly. They know when they've lost jobs. Even in my workplace where I am now, there were obviously a lot of employees. 2 different sites, quite a few employees serving dinners and whatnot. I've looked on the wall of Employee of the Month, and all these people have probably lost their jobs, and it's so sad. And yeah, jobs, you know, if you look, the jobs are out there, not the jobs that you might want, but something different. But it is incredibly sad, the amount of people who've lost their jobs, who are good at their jobs as well. I mean, me, in the middle of this pandemic, I actually wanted to move jobs. wanted to and succeeded. And I've been lucky. In fact, I've been very lucky to move into a job that is, you know, the perfect job for somebody like me who is a gardener, who loves doing what he does, and you know, wants to improve. You know, I love the Walt Disney philosophy that, you know, you're in an ever improving environment, and that is an amazing thing. You know, Walt Disney was such a legendary character. Anyway, talk too long. 20 bloody minutes. This is the problem with doing live reviews. You talk too long. Oh, so the fruitiness in this, where it was quite harsh at the beginning, the first time I reviewed it, when I bottled it, it was harsh. It's turned into a massively fruity red wine, and it's much more interesting than it was at the beginning. Very different to the Merlot, whereas the Merlot was all about the tannins, and I forgot the rest. Fucking hell, that's what you get for drinking. But this is all about the fruitiness, the red berries, and it's turned out to be a very nice red wine, and I feel tanked. God knows what I'm going to be like when I drink that. 67%, but there you go. So out of 5 for me, about a 4.4 out of 5. A very good red wine. Wilko's Cabernet Sauvignon 6-bottle kit. £2 a bottle. That's what you'll be paying, but in total. But £2 a bottle for a decent red wine, you can't fault it. I mean, as with all homebrew kits, you're better off going for the 30-bottle option. But if you're new to homebrewing, go for the cheaper option. 6-bottle kits. Don't even try and go for the expensive stuff. You know, the bigger kits. You're always better going for the cheaper kits until you get used to it. And then when you've got into the world of homebrew, you'll surpass me, because I am still a beginner homebrewer, where there's people using grains and all that other stuff, and obviously got the money to buy the better kits to brew stuff. And me, I'm stuck on the cheap stuff, but that's where I'm happy. I'm happy with that, you know. So out of 5, Wilko's Cabernet Sauvignon. For me, wow, it's turned into a great wine, and one that I'm going to have another bottle, another glass or 2 tonight, or maybe 3. Out of 5, 4.4 out of 5. Quality, crystal clear, and very good tasting. And that's it for this wine review and this first live test, as it were. Thanks to everybody who's watched and who will watch, and I'll see you soon. And you know, it's an honour. Cheers. And how do I turn it off? Because I can't see an off button. There's no off button. The fuck's going off? What's this thing here? What's that? Oh, fuck's sake. I don't see my face. I can't turn it off. Fuck's sakes. Well, that's stupid. So, here's the camera. It's on the widescreen mode, and I can't see how to close the fucking review. Hello. It's me, Bobby B. I'm not pressing the X, because if I press... Oh, there we go. So, there we go. Hello. Right, I'm pressing the X. Oh, fuck's sake. How the hell do you turn it off? Fucking cameras. Oh, this is stupid, isn't it? This is the problem. You know, doing live reviews. It's alright doing live reviews, but if you can't turn the cunting camera off, and do out. And people are still watching. Oh. So I've got a camera that end. I've got a whatever that is, and I've got a 3 dots that end. I click the 3 dots, share, save highlight, mute microphone. Yeah, you're as much use as a fucking glass hammer. If I click that, it says, "Are you sure you want to stop streaming?" Maybe that's the thing. Right, I'll stop streaming. Maybe that's the way. Is that the way? I don't know. I'll click OK. If I've gone, then you know I've gone. Right. And my finger's clean, just so you know.